Hello friends, this is Prasad Kulkarni from India, and today we will have astrological prediction on the coming election of United States of America. So very first thing, as I am watching the news daily, the names of these two candidates, first one Mr. Joe Biden and second one Mr. Donald Trump, both candidates are potential candidates for winning election in USA in the month of November. So on the basis of that polls, I am taking just these two birth charts for astrological analysis, and these birth charts are available on google.com. You can search it easily and you can get these birth charts. Actually this data of birth chart is not believable, so therefore we will just consider, or we will focus on the transit of the good and bad planets, and on the basis of that good and bad planets we will try to predict who will win the election. So here we can see the left side, this is the birth chart of Mr. Joe Biden, and in the transit if you see, from this position Saturn is moving, from this position Mars is moving, and from this position Rahu is moving. In case of Mr. Donald Trump, if you see, from this position Saturn is moving, here Mars is moving, and Rahu is moving through the 10th house. So if you consider this transit of the planet, it is also indicated by planet that the election will be very tough for both of them, obviously, because the powerful planets like Saturn and Mars both are playing very important role. Because in case of Mr. Donald Trump, if Saturn is placed in the house of enemies, that is 6th house, but in case of Mr. Joe Biden, Rahu is moving through the house 6, and both are having same characteristics. So both will face a tough job during this election. Now let us move ahead. If you consider the ascendant chart, this is ascendant chart. This is the ascendant 9th Rashi is placed, and here 5th Rashi Leo is placed in the ascendant, and there is a marks. If you consider the planetary position in transit for Mr. Joe Biden, it is good as compared to the transit position to the Mr. Donald Trump. So obviously it indicates that there are 99% chances of winning of Mr. Joe Biden, and Donald Trump may fail in this election, because transit position of the planets in case of Donald Trump is not good as compared to Mr. Joe Biden. So if you consider the transit in the month of November, the Sun will be here in the 11th house, and in case of Mr. Donald Trump, Sun will be in this 3rd house, and that is not good in 3rd house, and here it is not good in 11th house. So for good, if you consider good planets, bad planets are supporting to the both of them, but good planets are not supporting to both of them, because Rahu is moving through the 10th house, and here Rahu is moving to the 6th house, and as I see, Rahu will be aspecting to here house number 10th, then house number 12th, and then house number 2nd. So in case of both charts, Rahu and Saturn are good. But if you consider the case of Mars, Mars is moving to the 8th house, and here Mars is moving to the 4th house. So in this case we can consider Mars is a good planet for Mr. Joe Biden for winning this election, and in case of Mr. Donald Trump, Mars is not good for them for winning this election. So Mars is one parameter we will consider. So I will put the Mars good for Mr. Joe Biden and Mars is bad for Mr. Donald Trump on the basis of this chart, because it is moving through 8th house. Now let us focus on the Jupiter. It is okay in the month of November. Jupiter is in the transit position, but that is at the end. In the month of November, Jupiter will transit its sign. But at the time of declaring the results of election, obviously Jupiter is moving through this house in case of Mr. Joe Biden, and here Jupiter is moving through the 6th house in case of Mr. Donald Trump. So obviously if you consider this parameter Jupiter as a parameter, so Jupiter is aspecting to the Rahu also in transit. So Mr. Donald Trump will not win this election, but Mr. Joe Biden will win the election.